Walz. My brother was Lieutenant Jeffrey P. Walz, FDNY. I was working at the time for Bank of New York on Wall Street, and I was on my way to visit a client at Garden City, Long Island that morning. I had no idea that a plane had hit the building. Here I just thought, okay, it was a fire, because I really couldn't tell. I was in the midst of driving, paying attention to the car in front of me, and then looking to the side. I think when I knew something was more involved was when I was on the Bell Parkway, and I was heading toward, again, Long Island, and we came across a cluster of maybe about 15 or 20 cars parked on both sides of the parkway, and people were out of their cars, and I thought, oh, wow, we're just coming upon an accident. And everybody seemed to be pointing and looking in a certain direction, and as I looked to that direction again, which happened to be my left, I saw the second tower with smoke coming from it. Something was going on inside me. I could sense something was seriously wrong, and we just encountered one delay after another, whether it be traffic, whether it would be stopped for emergency vehicles, helicopters hovering overhead. And I knew that my brother was a firefighter. I knew he worked in Lower East Side of Manhattan, so I knew he'd be one of the first firehouses to that scene. But now I didn't know if he was working that day. I didn't know if he had a scheduled day off. And I think it was probably the next morning when we really knew that something was seriously, that he wasn't coming home. I kind of, in my own mindset, I guess maybe to take myself out of some of the pain I was becoming overwhelmed with, was hoping that, knowing the World Trade Center as well as I did, that the concourse was just a catacomb of shops and restaurants and shopping, whatever you might be. And I think, okay, Jeff was pretty, he was pretty intuitive. Maybe he's ducked himself into a shop. That kept me going for about another day or two. And then by the third or fourth day, when the president came on TV and he said, we really would like everybody to go to their local house of worship. And we knew on that date that he wasn't coming home, so that was the heartbreak of it. My birthday is September 8th, so he never called me on September 8th, because he always would joke. He said, you have so many friends, I don't want to get a busy signal when I call your house. And he says, so I'm just going to call you a couple of days later. And he always had to call me either on the 10th or the 11th. And he'd always start off with, hey, happy belated birthday, big brother, and the first year, 2002, that phone call never came, and it really started to affect me. I said, I'm never going to get that phone call again. Do I listen to less TV in August? Yeah, probably, because I just want to shelter myself a little bit from it, because I know what to be prepared for. But it's a tragedy, and it's a life-altering event that you can't stick your head in the sand over. You're part of it. You're in the history books. My nephew's learning about it in history books now in high school, and his dad was part of it, and my other nephew, his uncle, was part of it. And it's something that, as much as you want to shelter yourself, you can't. So you manage it. You do the best you can. You have days where you just want to go to the top of the mountain and scream at the top of your lungs, and then there's other days you just go through your day and you say, well, okay, it can't control me today, because if it does, I won't get out of bed. So you have those days.